Most people work their entire lives. They wake up, they trade their most precious resource, time, for a steady paycheck, and they follow the rules. They earn, they save, and they invest what is left over, following the traditional path to security that has been taught for generations. Yet, despite their hard work and discipline, they never truly become wealthy. They are stuck in a cycle that seems impossible to break. Why? Because the system is not built around income. It is built around assets. Understanding this distinction is the key to true financial freedom. The middle-class wealth strategy is almost entirely built on income. It is the pillar of their financial existence. We are told to focus on salary increases, promotions, and job stability. We climb the ladder hoping the next rung leads to wealth. But income is taxed at the highest rates. The more you earn, the more the system takes from the top, limiting your ability to accumulate. More importantly, income is linear. It stops when you stop. If you trade hours for dollars, your wealth is capped by the clock. The wealthy focus on a different metric: ownership. They collect assets. They understand that earning is just the first step. Owning is the goal. Assets are engines of production. They generate income even when you are not working. They work for you while you sleep. And assets appreciate. They grow in value over time, creating a secondary layer of wealth that requires no additional labor. This creates leverage. It allows you to disconnect your financial outcome from your physical presence and time. This is the foundation of modern empires. The middle class often falls into a predictable pattern. As income rises, lifestyle follows. This is the consumption trap. A bigger house, a better car, higher expenses. Every promotion is met with a new liability that consumes potential capital. Liabilities increase, but assets remain limited. In this cycle, consumption replaces accumulation, and wealth remains a distant dream. When consumption replaces accumulation, you are essentially running on a treadmill. You're moving faster but staying in the exact same place. Debt for consumption creates pressure. It is a weight that pulls you down, draining your capital and your future. Debt for assets, however, creates leverage. It is a tool used by the wealthy to acquire and control more value. One form of debt drains your resources, the other multiplies them. Understanding this distinction changes everything about your strategy. The wealthy use debt to expand their empire, while the middle class uses it to fund their comfort. The result is a widening gap. The middle class avoids risk to stay safe. They believe that security is found in the absence of volatility. The wealthy calculate risk. They understand that avoiding all risk prevents all growth. They seek strategic exposure, not safety. Avoiding all risk is often the riskiest strategy of all. It ensures you will never outpace inflation or the cost of living. Wealth is built through strategic exposure and managed risk. It requires the discipline to stand firm when others are afraid. Income is taxed first, and it is taxed most heavily. The system is designed to favor the owner, not the earner. Investments are taxed differently. Through asset ownership, the wealthy access structures that create significant tax efficiency. Businesses access deductions that individuals cannot. The legal structure of your wealth determines your ultimate outcome. Structure is the hidden variable. It is the difference between keeping what you earn and losing it to the system. Wealth is not built quickly. It is built consistently over decades through the relentless power of compounding. Small capital deployed into assets today becomes a fortune tomorrow. But compounding requires the one thing most lack: patience. You cannot rush the process. True wealth is like a forest. It grows slowly at first until it becomes an unstoppable force. Commit to the long game. Focus on the decades, not the days. This is where modern empires are forged. The middle class focuses on earning. The wealthy focus on owning. Earning is limited. Ownership is scalable. Ownership changes your leverage. Leverage changes your scale. And scale is what changes your final outcome. The shift from an income-based strategy to an asset-based strategy is the most important decision you will ever make. It requires a complete rewrite of your internal blueprint. You must learn to value assets over comfort. Most stay middle class not from a lack of effort, but from following an outdated strategy. Effort is not enough without structure. Wealth is built through assets, structure, and discipline. Understanding this difference changes your trajectory forever. This is Capital Blueprint. We provide the strategy for the modern era. Wealth is no longer a secret, it's a choice. Subscribe if you want to understand how modern wealth is built. Join us on the path to financial mastery.